There's so much to do when prepping for your Thanksgiving feast. So today on this episode of Cook This, I'm gonna take a classic soup, a French onion soup, and turn it into a dip. Your family is gonna love it, and it's super easy, so stick around. Hey guys, I'm Shereen with Cook This. So to prepare our French onion, actually it's a hot Gouda French onion dip. So we're gonna use Gouda cheese instead of the classic Gruyere. So this just bumps it up just a little bit. So first we're starting with the onions, which is the main ingredient, the classic component to this dip. So I have sweet onions, which generally sweet onions have a higher sugar content and produce a lot more moisture, but you don't want to cook them really long because then they disintegrate. Now we're just going to set these just to the side and then grate our Gouda. So there are different types of Gouda out there. There's aged Gouda, there's smoked Gouda, and then there's red waxed Gouda. That's the Gouda you want to use because it's going to melt beautifully in this recipe. So just remove the wax and then just grate yourself. Now you just want to heat your 12-inch skillet over medium heat and melt your butter. We're going to saute our sweet onions until they're nice and tender. In goes our onions. So we're going to saute these, season with a little bit of salt and pepper. All right, when you're adding your thyme, just hold the top of the sprig and then just pull down and it releases all the leaves. All right, while that's sauteing, I'm going to just show you how to make the beurre mayonnaise. Super easy, and this is a classic technique to sort of have on hand anytime you want to thicken a sauce. So just take your butter and with your hands, just get in there and knead the butter. Okay, now we're going to deglaze with a good brandy. So you want about a 1/4 cup. This is going to reduce and concentrate and give it awesome potent flavor. So you want to reduce it by half, and then we're going to add the beef stock. Let it come up to temperature, just slightly to a boil, and then add our beurre mayonnaise and let it thicken for about a minute. And then we're going to cut the heat because we don't want to break the butter. We want it to be one and be nice and velvety and creamy. I'm going to take half of the Gouda and mix it right in there until it's all melted. And then take the remaining Gouda and put it on top. Just like we know classic French onion soup. We have that ooey gooey cheese melting on top. Now you just want to choose your favorite casserole dish. So we're going to serve it right in here as our dip. 400 degrees till it's piping hot, ooey and gooey, about 15 to 20 minutes. Now, I like to serve it on a decorative plate with some crostini or baguette thinly sliced and toasted, just for that true authentic French onion soup that we know and love with those big croutons in it. This is a perfect and easy starter for your Thanksgiving feast. Your family, they're gonna love it. Happy Thanksgiving. For this recipe, go to the newspaper's website and connect with me on Facebook and Twitter for more culinary tips. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy.